Inshallah and Ashe. Welcome back, my energetic beings, to the Musing Moon Meditation. This Musing Moon is brought to us by the goddess of the night in Virgo, also known as the full worm moon, getting its name from the earth worms that crawl out of hiding as the frozen earth begins to thaw. Spring is budding from below, breaking up the earth. And each month, the moon brings us a significant different energy during each of these cosmic seasons. But this full moon is arriving on March 7th at 7:40 a.m. Eastern, 6:40 a.m. Central, 5:40 a.m. Mountain, and 4:40 a.m. Pacific. Check your timeline for when she arrives for you. And with that, hi there. My name is Tonya D. I'm a holistic shaman medium, an otherworldly life coach and subtle energetic surgeon, and a reflector in human design. Inshallah and Ashe. I want to give a shout out to Melanie. Thanks for purchasing a cowrie shell divination. I'll see you on the 2nd. Super excited for that. But blessings to you, my energetic beings. Are we ready for a talented Tuesday? I sure hope so. So while we're waiting for people to hop onto the show, the live stream, or tune into the replay, really taking that breath and that pause, getting centered, the zone of neutrality. Did you notice how the universe does everything in divine timing, the right time, the right place? It really is the timing of the divine and trusting and having faith in the universe. So how often, and I've been talking about this for probably the last few weeks, but how often do we do any spiritual exercises or take our spiritual vitals? I mean, we do physical ones. I mean, I lift weights at least twice a week, and I try to get on my treadmill at least a couple times. I do healthy ones, feeding the body, nutrition, my nutrition quotient, cleansing the house or the environment of the debris, whether it's cleansing with sage or literally throwing things out. But how often do we really take our spiritual vitals? You know, we check our oxygen, we check our blood flow and all the things, but it's a day to really take in those spiritual vitals, just honing in and acting upon faith, our own inner faith, divine faith, holding our signature tone, taking a stand, being authentic, being true to our spiritual gifts. Some of them are being initiated and just supported by our authenticity, our innate nature, our gift, and our purpose is really being activated this year. So this looks different for each and every one of us. Maybe you show up in true form, starting or stopping the way you've been treating yourself, something that is more encouraging on not just our spiritual path, but also on that divine connection, universal streams. It's kind of like the path of a Buddha or a Zen koan or something like that. But our action and our character have been bubbling through the mind's choreography for some time now. And our root center is kind of emoting with the solar plexus, doing this cosmic dance, along with our intuition. So you may have like literally an otherworldly light bulb spark, an initiation on the best thing as for that moment is to act in positivity, in the light, in the optimistic venue, the visions and the ideas. So have you ever changed a light bulb and it sparked and literally blew up? Happens to me all the time, quite honestly. Just happened a couple days ago. But with that, welcome to today's Daily Snippet. I am your host. I'm a practicing holistic shaman medium, an otherworldly life coach, and a subtle energetic surgeon, and a reflector by design. I do go by the term holistic shaman medium, which is just a combination, a merging of this choreography. But my intention is to utilize the indigenous technologies, bringing us back to the rising of our origins, the elemental realm, the imaginal realms, our original divine blueprint to navigate our soul's harmonic through these realms, which actually, our crown is online today, the roots. We've got things channeling from the divine into the root and possibly doing like a cosmic swirl, I must say. But with all this happening, I like to focus in the realms and the dimensions and the gateways and the portals, sometimes terrors in the universe, and really do prescriptions, rituals, and offerings to get us back on our original origin pathway, the otherworldly kind, to really add to your main stage container. Rituals are the origin, they're food for our soul. It really is an initiation year of our personal medicine, our prime directive, activating our gift and our purpose so that our light shines even brighter. And with all of that, my name is Tonya D, and welcome to my virtual medicine room. And if you have yet to subscribe to my channel, please do. YouTube at Tonya D, or even Musing with Tonya D, my podcast. You can find that on my website or Apple, of course, Spotify, etc. But we have entered the realms of spirit and karma. We're navigating the spiritual acumen, if you will. The crown is online during the season of Pisces. So this really is that spiritual connection. It's prophetic. It's visioning, the angelic being of Sandalphon. So if you just start belting out a song for no reason, or one comes on, you just kind of get it out of your mind, that's Sandalphon sending a message. But I always like to give a shout out to the new peeps entering the village, my community. I like a validation, a voice of acknowledgement. I just want you to know I see you. And more importantly, I hear you. New friends and guests that are arriving to my show, my channel, new subscribers. So ashe, blessings, thank you. And of course, those of you that have been on my journey, I haven't forgotten you. Have been a part of my show. It really does take a tribe, a village, along with those that you do tune in later and watch the replay. And being that it is the last day of February, gratitudes and blessings as we kick off into March. And yeah, with all of that, also, if you don't mind hitting the bell button, subscribing, and the white rabbit, it's a thing. No apologies there. It is the white rabbit. And just remember to comment if you need a message for your day to get you on your way. It's just another way of paying it forward, a gratitude and a blessing. I think we're heading into this whole other arena, quite frankly, honestly. You, of course, can find me on other channels like TikTok, Facebook, and Instagram. Just remember that I am your otherworldly, shamanic, reflecting assistant. You truly are your own healer, but sometimes we do need an otherworldly assistant to get us out of our own magical way, myself included. I've been going through it. Don't think I'm adverse to it. Forces of adversity show up everywhere. So yeah, transformation. Things are changing for all of us, whether we're hyper aware or not aware at all. The daily snippet. What's this all about? It's the cosmic insights, the planets, the elementals, the 4 pillars of Chinese astrology, destiny. I play with those for years. Subtle energy, chakras, the cowrie shells, the channels, the pathways, the meridians, pretty much anything that's mystical and magical and not of this world. Along with our auric fields, and I like to throw in a message for our day, which I don't do all the time. But with all these energies percolating, what is a human to do? So from the crown all the way down, we have this hero energy. It really does remind me of Archangel Michael in a way, maybe dancing with Sandalphon, I don't know. But this is self-motivation. It's empowering. This energy's online. Maybe you're feeling embodied and empowered at the same time, ready to just initiate or take action and waiting patiently on the sidelines to be called in. Collaborating with our intuitive senses, our subconscious energies, and the likes. So it may become easier than usual to really act out, to initiate those triggers that come in from a subconscious, otherworldly place. So go to your center, hit your God spot, tap into your core of who you are, create a zone of neutrality as you move through your bodies, not just your physical, all your bodies, getting in touch with each and every one of them, and just bringing them all together. So the action of the movement of the dance is this divine choreography for intuitive dancing, drumming, sounds with physical activity. A day of divine initiation to perform and transform and put those things into action, these inspirited kind of exercises of taking our own vitals, our spiritual vitals, vitality in the spirit realm, very different. So what is our relationship to spirit, our higher self, our Sarah, our intuitive spiritual acumen? We're doing this cosmic swirl that creates a domino effect of these changes, which then improves upon our level of that divine connection to our inner spirit, hopefully with some compassion, being compassionate to ourselves, having some forgiveness, streaming in streams of grace, and streaming through all of this combined and transforming. I'm telling you, it goes back to the cocoon and the butterfly. This transformation stems from the cycles, the looping, the patterns, the patterning that we kind of have identified within our own spiritual acumen, or activities even, how we relate to our higher self. what we look like on the other side. How have we been treating our higher self? There's a question, especially over the last few days, if not the last few years. So all of this may be a moment of literal reflection, spiritual reflection, dream space. Having any vivid prophetic dreams? Just saying. Are you changing your personal acumen, your policies, your story, your script? Are you valuing yourself from a higher self perspective? How do you treat yourself? That's how others will treat you. So removing yourself from a toxic environment or a toxic situation is a compassionate move to stream forward. So just starting even a meditation practice, solicit your inner solitude, just saying, transforming your thoughts, the administrative channel, the data acumen. So no more self-sabotaging and self-criticism, ripping the rug out from under your feet. Maybe you leave your tribe knowing that you no longer belong there, just saying, sending them compassion as they maybe are too toxic for your overall well-being. And wearing that energy like we do our wardrobe is very caustic to our gift and our purpose. We're not in alignment. So whatever that is for each and every one of us, the important part is that the action we take to actually create this initiation, sometimes things happen for us in order to begin a new manifestation, a choreography. It's a procession, if you will. So things begin to process a new spiritual dynamic. It's not static. So the energy of spiritual vitality is transforming, it's changing within ourselves. And we're always dynamic. When we become static, that's when disease happens, because we're at a stalemate. So sit with your higher self, your spirit, like having tea in a meditative state, if you will, or coffee or wine or whatever, a beer, and take your spirit self out to lunch and allow faith to be the dynamic, the barometer, the inner faith that we may initiate or act upon or do the dance with. You may have no physical world evidence of what this is. It's going to support the shift, the transformation that we're ready to make in our life. So zero worldly support. There's zero evidence. You can't find it. So it's kind of a juxtaposition between the heart and the soul having this ultimate unseen faith, spirit in this choreography, the dance. So if that feels to be true, authentic for you, it's the perfect moment, the space and time to put your faith, heartfelt, into action. May the force be with you, right? Feel like a Jedi Knight and a Yoda is what I was going with. So just acting on heartfelt faith, the spiritual acumen, will be the cosmic reward the universe sees you. It's like divine timing, the universe seeing us through the eye of Creator. And we're all little creators, just elevating to a new spiritual plane on this plane. So with that, just a few little announcements if you're tuning in. My podcast, Surrendering to Your Remembering with Julianna Whitlow. She's the Claire Mindset. That was released last Thursday in the Season of the Witches, my podcast. Great interviews I'm having. You can listen again on Apple, Spotify, or just go to my website, tonyad.tv. They're all there. August of this year, I'm taking a few, I should say a handful, 10, max 15, to Mongolia, the magic in the mountains. It's not a retreat. It is a retreat, but it's all perspective on what a retreat is. This is really an adventure. It's not a luxury getaway by any means. We're going to be traveling with not one, but 6 indigenous medicine people of the land to areas new to the traveler. So this isn't really a tourist adventure. This is traveling. This is more nomadic. So be sure to jump in. Space is limited. So that's super exciting. And on Sundays, I do a secret mystery chart on Sundays with the 4 pillars. If you'd like to be a mystery guest on my live show in the Rising of the Origins, just comment below and I can send you the link. And we also have the Musing Moon Meditation on the Highway. Just uploaded that earlier today. So comment if you feel the moon's connection, the Virgo full moon worm. Interesting, as Virgo is the harvest and worms, earth. Just saying, just noticing that. But for today on the Elemental Highway, and this is actually going to be the charts that, not this one specifically, but the charts I use on my Rising of the Origins and that platform. But the elements always tell a galactic story for us. It's just mesmerizing how these elements kind of play out. But we do have a yin fire snake of a day, a fire snake. So this is a passionate snake. There's warmth, there's enthusiasm. It's charming, how snakes kind of get charmed, or we get charmed by the snake. It always reminds me of Jungle Book. Don't know why. That's just what happens for me. But it's charismatic. It's a great day to make a charismatic impression. And the snake and the tiger are the birth of their seasonal directions, along with the birth of an element. So the tiger is the birth of fire in a trine, and the metal, or the snake, is the birth of metal for that trine. So metal is creation, it's wealth, it's abundance energy. For a yin fire person, yin fire forges yang metal into something useful, doing the dance. But our day has all these resources coming, the positive, optimistic ones flowing towards our day. The day master, the yin fire. So this is visions, ideas, flow, reconciliation. This is the light bulb that goes off. It sparks the candle flames. Again, energy from our year moves towards our day, feeding it to become something brighter. And the hidden earth is how our fire performs. So it's nurturing, it's belonging, it's identifying where we belong and where do we feel at home. But our day is also surrounded in a way with people who are in competition with us, and they won't, or they will actually. The young wood is a resource of wisdom. It's birthing new ideas, transforming into something anew. And we finish our day with the metal, which is wealth to a fire day, hidden, it's in storage. And the hour of the pig, which plays with the tiger. See how this all plays out? This may be a kind of a herding energy, but it's doing a dance. It's kind of two forces. I won't really go there, but the mineral, metal again, I would add some water to nourish the resources, and metal is the useful element for our day. And the message for the day, I wasn't going to do a message, but I kind of pulled that out anyway. You just never know with me what I'm going to do. The King of Cups. We had the Three of Cups yesterday. We have the King today, the King. The moon is in Gemini for the last 2 days. Emotions, intuition, subconscious thoughts, maybe telepathy, just merging with Mars. So our thoughts are being initiated. They're taking form. Being otherworldly, this is kind of a drama king. Being withdrawn, maybe we're not in touch with our emotions. Maybe we're being triggered, or we're going to be triggered. Maybe we're a little temperamental. I was going to say temperature. Watch your temperature, I guess. So this is an opportunity to work with our subconscious mind and really dive into some self-care, some self-treatment. How do you treat yourself? So it's a suggestion that we may be feeling collectively withdrawn from the outer world. Maybe we're a little moody, even temperamental. I just think of like the character of our temperature, or, yeah, that's what I'm going with. So kind of take those energetic vitals. Maybe you're losing touch with how others are feeling in the moment, and just stay clear of situations that feel emotionally kind of manipulative. Instead, choose or seek to understand or learn about others through being emotionally empathetic, or just empathy in general. Kinesthetic gifts. There's like, I want to say, no, there's not 12. There's like 6 or 8 or something. So compassion, patience. And in doing so, we become more emotionally fulfilled, and that becomes more, fills our cup. So our heart holds the wisdom, this deep, authentic wisdom and deep universal love. So use it to connect and lead with your heart. Lead with your heart. I would also say that I affirm that I am connecting to my higher self, my Sira, spiritual acumen, that divine connection, and raising our spiritual playing field. What's the field you play in? And again, the Musing Moon meditation is on the highway for your review, comment, love it, share it. That would be optimistic and grateful. And it is a gravitational magnetic energy, just bringing faith to the realm of our day-to-day reality. So kind of holding the field. So just grateful to have all of that. So thanks for tuning in, sharing, liking, commenting. And thanks for signing up for Cowrie Shell Divination. I hear you and I see you, and I'll be on the other side as per always. Ashe.
One of the things that I love to do is when I work with clients, I take them through a journey of their soul. And we tap into this, we bring forward what is it that their soul is trying to communicate to them right now. Through this process, we end up finding out a lot about who they were in past lives, who they are on a soul level, and then what exactly it is that their soul gifts are. Once we start bringing in your soul gifts, a lot comes forward to really bring into fruition what it is that you're meant to do here. It's like once you unlock that and you tap into it, everything else just seems to kind of flow through. And you're able to really see, oh, this is my purpose right now. I am one that believes that a purpose constantly changes and shifts as the energy shifts, as our seasons shift. Like I was just saying, at one point I was healing, now I'm teaching. And that's all about being able to